Hi, and welcome to CryptoBiography. I'm your host, Brandon Starr. This is episode 442 of CryptoBiography, and it's part 7 of Vampire Republic. And here we go. The videos went out, and exactly what you'd expect would happen, happened. The videos went viral. The videos talking about the videos went viral. Videos talking about the videos that went viral, talking about the videos, also went viral. It might have just finally gone down a blind alley and been forgotten. But then some major video skeptics did their own videos and came to the conclusion that the videos were real, or at least that Duncan and Vanessa had not faked anything. That led to all kinds of insanity. They were on some podcasts first, then the regular media picked up on the story, and soon the two of them were giving interviews separately and together. There were, of course, those who flat out refused to believe a second of it. Some of them were very vocal and even accused, without proof, that the two of them had made it all up. It took a while before they both learned how to properly handle such vitriol. Vanessa had to learn not to immediately withdraw, and Duncan had to learn not to jump to his or their defense every time they were attacked this way. Most people just weren't sure what to make of it. But their videos weren't the end of it. Now that the idea that vampires were real was out there, people were on the lookout. Some were more careful about going outside alone. Others made sure they were recording all nocturnal activities. It was inevitable that more vampires would be caught on video. Soon, Duncan and Vanessa were no longer the only people who had seen or fought vampires. Dozens, then hundreds, then thousands, then tens of thousands of vampire sightings, encounters, fights, and even a few kills. The kills were rare. That fact, plus Duncan and Vanessa being very vocal about the burgeoning vampire situation, kept them in the spotlight. They became the face of the vampire reality movement. They were known around the world, and indeed there was no longer a country in the world that was not known to have vampires. But now it was time for the vampires to make their presence known. One day, Duncan and Vanessa's phones blew up. Everyone was pointing them at a video, apparently from a vampire. It showed him in front of a mostly blank wall. Greetings, Earth, but especially to Duncan and Vanessa. We are vampires. We exist. We are everywhere. We are tired of hiding in the shadows. It is time we lived among the rest of the people. You will see that unlike times past, there is nothing to fear. I would like to extend an invitation to Duncan and Vanessa to meet with us in a public place, preferably a well-known and well-regarded news studio, to discuss the new situation. The vampire also gave several pieces of proof that he was what he said he was, showing his fangs, transforming his body into a bat, and doing a bit of hypnosis on a volunteer. They could have all been faked, of course, but somehow they thought that they were real. They checked their messages, and sure enough, the vampire Edmund was inviting them. "What do you think?" Duncan asked Vanessa. "I think we should consider it. If we can be sure we'll be safe," she said. "It sounds like he has some sort of announcement. I can't imagine what that will mean." They accepted, and soon the day of the invitation was upon them. Duncan and Vanessa walked into a large television studio around dusk. They had some time before the vampire, or vampires, would arrive. The set was draped in black, heavy fabric. "They trying to make this look like Dracula's castle?" Duncan muttered. And that's the end of the story for this week. Sorry it's a little short. This is one of those weeks where, a bit of busyness plus sort of the difficulty of the writing. We're in this sort of transitional period in the writing, in the story. Made it a little hard to get out as much writing as I would like. But, this does happen occasionally. If you have any comments or questions about this episode or previous episodes, cryptobiography@gmail.com, or hit us up on Facebook or Blue Sky. And thanks for listening. Words and Music, copyright 2025, Brandon Starr, all rights reserved. Characters and events are fictional, fictionalized, or satirical.